This is the Lost Boy Creations podcast. Podcast about nothing.
But even nothing is something.
Music? Definitely. Sports? You got it. Key West? For sure. Get lost. Podcast with friends.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I like you.
Yeah.
I told him about when we went camping for your bachelor party and how
My cousin came through.
your cousin came through. But my favorite story,
Big time.
my favorite story of the whole thing is you're sitting there puking off the bow of the pontoon boat. It's your bachelor party. I'm like, we're all having a good time around the fire. I walk over. I'm like, Justin, how you doing, man? You good? And he goes, I don't know. I think that pub sub is just disagreeing with me. And I was like, you purposely gave yourself food poisoning, right? And he just starts laughing and puking at the same time.
It was the greatest.
The rare laugh puke.
Oh, it was so much fun. Well,
You can't tell what's joy and what's agony
Yeah.
at that point.
there
It
was
just goes.
both because not only was I getting my core in from throwing up,
But also the giggling.
I was giggling
Yeah.
and I was laughing, and the mushrooms were so good. I was seeing all kinds of shit, and
You were seeing
mostly
different
it
colors
was
coming out.
it was pub sub coming,
Yeah.
and I.
Great
and
contrast of the meat and the lettuce. All the
But
different
it's so
colors.
funny.
Yeah. That's
Yellow.
It was so funny holding on to that pontoon boat that was so high and dry because we've been there for a few hours. It was-
Oh, wow. Tide run out on you?
oh yeah. Well, we stayed the night,
Okay.
It was a
and-
lot of fun.
and I'm holding on to it. And I'm throwing up and I'm laughing, and I go, I think it was the pub sub. And Matt, I'm sorry. You go, I think it was the poisonous mushrooms you just digested. And I go, that might have something to do with it.
I don't think they're poisonous.
Not
Yeah.
poisonous,
Yeah.
No.
but
Some
Well,
people's
depends
stomachs
who you
get. I
ask.
think some people's stomachs get a little turned over.
I'd rather do that than
Allegedly.
the other end.
Yeah.
Throwing
that's
up is much less
it can
cleanup.
It can go both ways though with mushrooms though. You just never know how they're gonna.
Less cleanup is always
When
better.
When I was younger, they used to fuck with my stomach, and as I got older, it's,
Yeah, we were also picking them out of cow shit.
I never did that.
Oh.
I never had that joy.
I
of,
didn't.
uh,
I
was in the
didn't either.
country.
Yeah, I mean,
I was in the country.
I seen them, but I never did them.
No,
I
I
seen
don't
them,
know
and
if I
I was
ever
like,
actually pulled
somebody
them
will
out.
do them.
I'm sure half the ones I got were pulled from there, but I didn't. I wasn't preview to them being pulled.
Yeah.
From that. Yeah,
No.
it's all different upbringings, you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't get into them till later.
Were you in like the burbs of Chicago, or were you?
No,
in,
Iowa.
You were in
Uh,
Chicago.
No, Iowa.
Iowa.
Oh, I thought.
I knew
Why did
that.
Chicago was the closest big city to where I grew up.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
I
I did
knew
know Iowa.
Iowa.
And it's also why I went out to Washington, skied and shit like that because you're pretty close out there.
Snowboarded out there. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
yeah.
One's got one plank, the other got
Yeah.
two.
Oh for two,
Yeah,
Sean.
yeah.
Oh for
It's
two.
only the same.
We talked about it the other day. I probably have.
You
a few
literally have a
times-
shop out behind us making paddleboard and surfboards. And yeah, snowboards, skis, same shit.
I'm the only idiot that hasn't snowboarded since I started surfing, though.
Yeah.
Not once. We talked about it the other day. 15 years, I don't think.
So what
I've
do you
been
do
on
out in
snowboard.
Iowa? You're a figure skater, yeah?
Finger painter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Michigan must have been a hell of a place to live.
Just growing potatoes
Where
in
in
Idaho.
Michigan are you
Yeah.
from on the
Yes.
hand?
That's more Iowa shaped than Michigan shaped.
Well, Justin was
I
telling
have
me.
a fucked up hand, thanks.
All right.
No, it's just really big and beautiful.
Genetics can be a bitch.
It's just good. I got a good one.
when
I got a good hand. I'm
Justin
good
and I
with
were
that.
talking before you came in. We were just talking about the good old days when he was first mating and you were captaining and
No, he
What
was
was-
mating right
Or
next
you
to
were-
me.
you were
I was
mating right
crew.
next to
Yeah.
him. Oh, yeah.
That's how. Yeah, we go back
Over
fucking
tree.
20 plus
Over
years.
tree.
Oh, for tree.
yeah.
No, when I met you, you were driving the fucking jet ski barge thing, the stumble barge.
The stumble barge.
You got to explain the stumble barge because I don't even know what that is.
it was.
They...
You got a more intimate
yeah.
experience than I did.
So I worked on the parasail boat and I was kind of whatever. And Sean and Pablo, which they sounds like they sell coke.
Shout out Sean and Pablo.
Shout out Sean and Pablo. Also-
the original owners of Sebago.
Pablo would always go, he'd come up to you, hey, you got a smoky treat? And I'm like, you own the company. I make, I don't know how much.
Dozens
You're-
of dollars in tips.
You're bumming smokes from me. Just admit you smoke ciggies and buy them at the fucking store, bro. But it was really cute. You got a smoky treat? And I'm like, yeah, I got a smoky. Here, beat it.
Here you go. I'm in the middle of working. Do your thing.
But yeah, I parasailed, and then they moved me. They're like, we're gonna move on to jet skis.
What did you call it? The stumble barge?
Stumble barge.
It was called a stumble barge for a reason. They're like, Key West needs to do jet skis. We got to do jet ski tours. We got to add this to our all-day
It was a
trip.
do everything trip.
Do everything trip.
All the big companies do. So it was parasailing,
Yeah.
snorkeling, kayak, and jet skiing, everything.
They all do
one
them
day?
now.
all one day,
All
6
in
hour
one
trip.
day, boom.
Who has the energy for that?
If you
People
want
willing to
to
pay
put,
that kind of money for
if
that
you
kind
want
of
to
trip.
put your kids down for the rest of the night, so you and the wifey can go out for a couple, you do the all-day trip
Yeah.
because it's a 6-hour trip. You are snorkeling.
Mom and dad are sleeping on the boat, getting their Z's in before the kids go
Yeah.
down.
Oh no, they're drinking rum punches, bro.
Yeah.
They're like pile into
swiftly
the golf
passing
cart.
out.
We
We
got
totally,
this.
we totally have not been drinking before we got on the boat. Here, let's give us our jet ski. So
Yeah.
we can go
Oh
take
yeah.
off.
That was always a problem.
Yeah.
Who's
I can only
who's
imagine.
But anyway,
drunk, who's
the
not?
the stumble barge that he drove was basically like an 8x20 barge with a crane on it that would carry 3
that's
or 4
being
jet
generous.
skis.
Bro, when
Really?
You say
Yeah,
8.
and so you have to put these little clamps on the side and crane the jet skis onto this thing, and then he would drive it to and from the place
crane it
where-
on,
Yeah.
and I remember I was in the biggest squall of my life. Out of nowhere, I got the jet skis, and I didn't even drop them into the water yet, thank God. And I anchored up. You just pulled a buoy. They had one floating out, so I just tied it onto the cleat on the front there, the bow. And
You're forgetting
Way to go, all
technical.
nautical.
And
Been that
thank
long
you.
since he's been working boats.
yeah,
3-letter word.
threw it onto the BO dubs. Latched it on there with a nice little cinch. And I saw it coming in, and I had a helm. That was it. And it was a small,
No
very
roof.
small helm.
Yeah.
No roof.
Yeah.
So I climbed up on top of the battery that was in the helm. And I was like, please don't shock me or burn my booty hole. And I covered myself up with the helm cover. And it was the biggest, craziest thing. And then some days I'd be sitting there on the barge after I drop them off. I have about an hour. I'd meditate.
You mean medicate?
Well, I'm
One letter.
dyslexic, bro.
Semantics. One
Well, I just
letter.
assumed you were getting high out there.
Man, no, never.
Reefer? Before people came out to get on jet skis that
At
I
least
was
you
in
weren't-
charge of? No.
At least you weren't nude sunbathing like some of the summer barge guys after you.
I trained them. I said, if you want to get rid of tan lines, also you can
This is
do
your
this.
this is your time. Meanwhile, the few people on
Oh,
Christmas
man.
Tree Island that can afford binoculars, are
They don't have.
You mean
them.
the haves and the have-nots? I love that Sunset Key and Christmas Tree
Yeah.
Island right next to each other.
Yeah.
It is the most outrageous comparison of money and no money.
Well, yeah,
and
Hey,
it
you
is
know where you're getting more complaints? On the island, you're
I'm
spending $1,200 a night to stay on.
yeah,
110
You-
yards away.
I guarantee they are
People worth
complaining.
yeah.
What is this soap? On the other island that you have to kayak across to, where
do
you got
you
your
mean?
own little generator. What is soap? You're good.
Those are like different tribes on that island. And
have you
yeah.
have you ever been out there?
Nah.
Have you ever been out there?
Yes,
Oh wow!
once.
once?
Somebody offered to bring me out once. I don't think I had the guts to
Lived
do
here
it.
26 years. I was out there probably summer barge days.
Yeah.
So is it
So
actually
20
Wisteria?
year, 21, 22 years old. I was
Is it
out
actually
there.
called Wisteria?
If you look on a chart, it's
Yeah,
wisteria.
it's wisteria.
Yeah. I think it was because it's dredge spoil.
So why does everyone
Then-
call it Christmas Tree Island?
It's Australian pine trees. That
Yeah.
are all over.
Well,
They all look
they
like-
all look like Christmas trees.
Yeah.
But we
Fair
did
enough.
have one storm rip through, and was that George or Irma or something ripped through?
Oh, killed a
and,
bunch of them. That
and
was Wilma.
destroyed. Yeah, Wilma.
Wilma did that.
And destroyed it. It used to be way more prevalent. Like it looked like Christmas Tree Island.
Yeah.
And
It
then
caught fire that one time too.
it ripped through. Well,
That was so this it
An
burned.
exploding meth lab?
No. It was, we have a way better story, I think, but no, it was a flare gun fight.
Oh my
Yeah.
that's a way better story.
Yeah,
What are you talking
apparently it was
about?
like people that live on the boats, I guess, and then people that live on the island, and they were butting heads over something. They started shooting flare guns. So
Crazy.
I think I don't know if the boat caught fire, but since it's since they're pine trees,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
pine straw, and
Yeah.
then shipping pallets and cardboard, whatever.
Oh, that
just
went
and
right
they have
up.
they have a library out there.
They went-
I also
yeah,
heard they have
it's
the.
mostly old playboys.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
Hey,
also heard they
buried
have
the woods.
a mechanic
Literature is
out there.
literature. All right.
I read the stories.
They got great
I read
stories.
the article.
That's how I learned how to cook a steak.
Shel
little
Silverstein.
blurb in the
I
bottom
bet.
of Playboy by the guy from Top Chef, Tom Colicchio.
How'd you do it?
You taught me that thing where you.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
one
that
of these
thing.
guys?
Yeah. Salt and pepper, no seasoning.
I still tell people that
however
all
many,
the fucking time.
however many minutes.
It's like
aside.
one of the best
Yeah.
rookie tricks for grilling
There's
ever.
your-
Do you know
yeah.
this?
Yeah, top too.
Oh, is that
I
that
do.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
one
can do
of those-
both.
I've always done it this way, but yeah, rare, medium rare.
Same tension.
I
medium?
cooked steak for
Why
my
not?
parents 2 days ago.
Yeah.
How
No,
was
no,
it?
sorry, last night. No, 2 days ago.
How do your
I
folks get their
apologize
steaks?
again. Mom already ate something. Wife already ate something. So basically, it was me and Pops eating steaks.
Okay.
Medium rare,
Alright.
perfectly crispy on the top. They have one of those the flat things outside of their
Blackstone?
RV that they brought down. And yeah, dude, I
Awesome.
high heat, get the crisp on it, then lowered the heat, threw butter on it,
Yeah.
garlic.
I'm excited to try this
Just-
trick I saw the other day. Somebody like some Instagram
It was
bullshit
perfect.
fucking thing, but fuck hard sear both sides.
Yeah.
500 degrees, 5 minutes per pound in the oven, and then you let it sit for like an hour.
An hour.
Yeah, it sounds crazy. I know.
Yeah, it sounds. Yeah.
No, I mean I would want to do it with a big, like with a big
Oh,
steak or
massive,
something.
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
But 5 minutes per pound at 500 degrees, and then you let it sit for an hour in the oven. You just
I don't
turn
have
the
that
oven
kinda
off and just
time.
let it sit. I neither
Oh,
do
in the
I.
oven. Okay.
Yeah, no. In
I
the,
thought
in
just
the oven.
resting like out
No,
of the.
no,
Like,
no.
that doesn't sound like that's gonna get cold.
That's called beef tartare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
nice
rather
raw.
eat that. I was fucking.
I gotta try it
sashimi
once.
Yeah.
We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go.
No, but I did very well.
That's good. Glad
Can't
to
We
hear.
remember
went to
last-
Winn-Dixie for it.
Last time I had a good grilled steak, like literally on a not oven, but just on.
Well, I know
grilled steak.
Mary Ellen's is doing the fillet days on Wednesday
I'm
now.
a big fan of. They had a lot of those.
I see. I've
In the
never had.
sandwiches.
I heard they're really, really good.
Yeah.
They do like the steak frites, right, on
Yep.
Wednesday. That's awesome.
And,
I do miss working over there. We had a good time on Monday doing the drunk spelling bee.
Yeah, man.
That was a
Oh,
blast.
the drunkie spelly bee.
Well, you know, Tom was on it last week.
Yeah.
He claimed it his own.
He
totally
stepped
did
in. He stepped in, and when it started off as me and Joe and Sean Griffin.
I don't know if
because
I
we
know
were
Sean.
doing open mic comedy shows there, and open mic comedy is not a draw ever. Like you're not gonna.
I think
sell-
I
yeah.
remember when you were still doing.
That's
when
a
those were
hard hit
still-
and miss.
Yeah.
That was right when I started over there. You still had those going.
Yeah, and then Schultz said, "Why don't you guys do something? We're doing it every Monday. Why don't you do something different one Monday a month?" I was like, "All right, what do you want us to do?" He's like, "Why don't you guys do a drunk spelling bee?" And I said, "What's the drunk spelling bee?" He says, "I don't know, figure it out." All right, so we, all right, put together a list of words, or I did at least. I don't know if John or Joe did, but put together a list of words for a spelling bee, and I drastically overestimated the ability of drunk spellers. For that first one, they were not getting words at all.
just
It
getting torched.
Yeah, it was bad. But the concept evolved, and now it's just me and Steve Crane from Comedy Key West and whatever the Key West Jeep Adventures. And then
much
yeah,
fun
we've been
was
doing.
there? I was
I
thinking
mean,
of
that spelling
comedy.
bee's been going on like 5-6 years, something like that. We've been
Yeah.
doing it. Yeah.
That was one of my favorite nights. I used to love coming in. What we talked about. Tom
Talk
the other
about
day.
giving you a Madonna mic.
Yeah, we were. Oh yeah, we were gonna do a straight up like Britney Spears Madonna headset, so I could bartend and still just rip
and
like
chirp.
roast on people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish we did that. I really wish
It
we
was
did
fun.
that. One
We had-
day.
that would-
There was a
yeah.
couple slow days. I definitely participated in the drunk spelling bee from behind the bar with a microphone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Or just wait for the right lull and just
Yep.
just.
I'm
That
in.
should be at
Serve
every
something.
bar. That should just be for a drunk spelling bee.
Yeah.
You should have again speakers like I have at my bar
With a
and have my
microphone?
little thing on, and when somebody goes to just set their plastic cup on the table 2 inches from the ocean when it's blowing 20 degrees,
Yeah.
hey fuckface, pick it up fuckface. Yes, red hat fuckface.
That's gonna be your review. But,
Well, that's why I never mention where I work.
It's why, that's why all the
Wow.
turtles have cocaine problems here.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got a huge issue. Huge issue. The square groupers come up. Turtles are just all over it.
Me and my pops are at the greatest SNL, or not SNL, but South Park on the Turtles and Cartman not being able to get straws because they outlawed him because he wanted to blow chocolate milk bubbles. And so he goes on a tear and kills all the turtles. So he doesn't have to worry about people worrying about straws anymore.
That's dark.
Just so he can
So it's
blow
a dark
bubbles in
turn.
his chocolate milk. Well, yeah, it's South Park.
yeah, but it also lines up with the history of this joint too of Key West. Yeah, with the that turtle and shit, killing turtles.
Oh,
Former industry.
point
It's not that-
0.001%, I think, of plastic of straws are in the ocean.
Oh,
You gotta watch.
Of
you
all the
ever
plastic,
watch?
you mean?
Yeah. Did you watch
sure.
Seaspiracy?
No.
Oh, it's a great one. And it goes all the way to the one guy's like, I want to start a thing on why straws are banned. And he goes down a little journey. And then it goes all the way to people putting the little blue sticker on tuna cans saying it's.
Oh, dolphin safe?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, guess who pays for those little stickers? The same people that are fishing.
3M. Like,
It's the same people that are fishing for the tuna are paying the people to put that sticker on that can that says that.
That's so wild.
Weird.
Yeah.
There's
it's
definitely some,
all going.
There's some rabbit holes. For
So
sure.
watch that Seaspiracy. It'll blow your mind.
Seaspiracy. Every
Drink out of a
documentary-
straw. Relax. all
Every
right?
documentary about
Relax.
the ocean makes me feel worse. Like, does not make me feel good about driving a
Well,
boat.
you're a smart
burning,
guy.
Yeah.
Burning diesel and
Well,
just
unless
contributing
it's-
to the.
What was the McDonald's one? It just made me want to eat McDonald's all the time. Supersize.
Oh, supersize me.
I'm going to be 400 pounds after I'm done with this documentary. I'm just going to DoorDash McDonald's the whole
Were
time.
you light on weight? Is that what you're trying to? Were you trying to bulk up?
No, I just have
Light
zero,
on sodium.
Were you like your
Got
heart to
zero
palpitate
self-control.
every now and again?
zero self-control.
I don't know.
I want to. I'm
I
gonna
don't
sound
think
like a.
that's a good way to do that.
I'm gonna sound like a douche, but I'd quit eating McDonald's well before that documentary. Was it got Morgan Spurlock, the guy that made that?
No,
No, that was
Supersize me.
oh yeah,
I think he
maybe it
passed
was.
away.
Really? I like
From
Morgan Freeman.
from eating McDonald's.
No, I do think he passed away.
The constant conspiracy
What do you got
theory?
on that? The
I-
supersized me
it's
guy. I
so-
think he passed away.
It's so funny to see that. Like it always cracks me up.
I hope he did.
How many times has Kevin Bacon died? How many times has Morgan Freeman died? There's
How about
always
the Nelson Mandela effect too? People thought Nelson Mandela passed away, and then they're like, no, they're just letting him out of jail. So it was like
yeah.
this whole thing where it's
well,
like,
there's always like
did it
every,
really happen, or are they just trying to?
every year or 2
I
years?
thought the
Coax us
Nelson
into-
Mandela effect was they wrote a kid story about him, and instead of his name being Mandela, it was Modelo.
Mandala.
No, it was a stupid
that's what they call it.
Berenstein Bears joke.
Oh,
It was
okay.
Berenstein. It
Yeah.
died. It's,
But the
I'll
same
stop
thing.
trying to be funny.
He did.
Complications from cancer.
Oh,
He probably got cancer.
passed away. Sorry.
Yep.
But he put out some great documentaries.
Yeah.
Dude, Bernstein Bears. What?
Yeah,
Where'd
but
you
it
come
was-
up with a Bernstein Bears bit?
I don't
Because
know.
it was-
It just,
it
I
was
just
EI or
I've
IE.
never heard the Nelson Mandela effect.
It
I've heard
was
the Mandela effect
EI.
before, but not the Nelson Mandela effect.
Yeah, and the same thing with the Capricorn Fruit of the Looms.
That's
They
the
were like-
that's the Mandela effect.
Same thing.
Mandela, yeah.
Mandela
But it's not named after Nelson Mandela. It's named after
Well,
the
no, there
Mandela
actually-
is
no,
like a,
I think
a
it is
the
sand painting.
Mandela effect.
I think there is some. Now this is this is the Mandela
Jamie,
effect.
look it up.
This is the Mandela effect coming
Pretty
into
sure
play right now.
The Mandela
Keep
effect is that,
I
and you just aren't aware.
I said,
But I love being right all the time, so keep on going.
We'll get to
He is
Yeah, I'm
0
over
for
three.
5 now, I think.
we'll get to you being
But
right
who's
here.
counting?
I'm over for
Pretty
life.
sure he's
I'm
0
over
for
for life.
5.
I'm over for life. Whatever.
So, Tone, how long have we known each other?
20 plus years.
God, I love that.
Yeah, 22, 23. I was working the boat summers of 02, 3, and 4, and then moved to say in 05. I don't remember whenever you were.
Can I
the
say you
Stoneboard
look
guy.
the same?
I get that a lot. Yeah. That's
That
all gonna
is
catch up to me
good.
one day. Like it's gonna be a train wreck at some. I'm gonna start looking like a true Florida man.
Like all of a sudden?
All
Like,
of a sudden,
like
it'll just crash. Yeah. All the
wanna-
skin
I
elasticity
don't
is gonna
want to
go.
see it, but
and-
I just am excited.
Thanks,
to,
buddy. That's yeah. That's,
I want to be there for it.
I want
wanna be there to hold
be
up-
witness to it.
You can
Remember
hold
how
up
good
his,
you used to
his right side of skin. I'll hold up his left side. We can fix this.
When I've got the Homer Simpson clothespin on the back of the neck. To fucking,
Woo, we can fix
a raisin
you.
over here.
yeah.
I got that new duct tape. We can do it.
Just had a group in the back of the boat
What'd you
comment
find,
over the
Sean?
same shit, and I just cover up. And I'm working the sun, but I hide from it.
I always see the articles, and this is something a friend of mine instilled in me years ago about. Again, conspiracy theory or not, I don't know, but sunscreen and the carcinogens in sunscreen and this and that.
Yeah.
I have not worn sunscreen in years, outside of like some zinc on my nose, just knowing that I've got a big nose. It's gonna get torched.
Yeah.
But hood, hat, pants even, like especially fishing and stuff. I'm always wearing pants.
Mhm.
Like this, it's brutal here.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
everything pointing up,
I
nose,
fish
shoulders,
naked.
feet. Chicks that get the right here, like all the stuff that points up. Like
Oh, what kind of chicks are you dating? They point up?
Oh, this part does.
We better
Like the
check
top
their
parts.
IDs. I don't think they point up anymore at your
Gravity hasn't
age,
taken-
brother.
God bless them for wearing those
They
crazy
point
bathing
up.
suits too that have like the strings
Oh, the
that go
crisscrossy
all the
shit.
crisscross and which way and
Yeah.
the cross cut and
Every
whatever.
girl I ever dated was like,
Don't do that day one of spring
everything
break.
they put on was like, that's gonna fuck up my tan lines. I can't wear this. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, what?
naked,
Why?
naked.
You care about your tan lines that much? Yeah.
I mean,
Anybody.
You ever
I've
walk
been
past
with.
somebody though, whether it be a guy or a girl, whatever, and you like the guys have the white beater tan, like not tans, sunburns, like the Irish, like straight up, like painful looking sunburns.
Oh yeah,
that are
glowing.
just- yeah, we see
Yeah.
them a lot down here.
Yeah.
I think
Put your aloe in the fridge.
yeah.
Or they drive the
favorite-
convertible down.
Yep, there it is. The diagonal.
They
seat
drive the
belt.
convertible down. Oh yeah.
So I make people take when they come on the boat and they've got that burn already, the red diagonal white. I make them take a picture with the die flag. Right next to them. Like,
oh
so
my
it's the
gosh.
exact same look. Like you gotta
Yeah,
take a picture
post,
with that.
post for a picture real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on here. Just totally subtly, just like, yeah, here, post for a
I
picture.
love
Oh no, I'm very upfront about it. You need to take this. Do that. You need to look just like that. So yeah,
That's awesome.
take a picture of that, or we're gonna put you up as our die flag.
Well,
Like-
you've
You're
been
a
in
new
the
die
industry
flag.
long enough. You definitely have gotten a bunch of them. I used to get them down in St. John. I feel like we've talked about it before. The dumb questions.
Oh, yeah.
Can you
I
snorkel
used to do
under the
I used to-
island?
I used to do a bit about it on stage.
Did you?
Yeah. Let's see, favorite stupid. Can you swim all the way around on the island? No. Can you swim all
Does
the way
this
down?
sunset before Sunset Key or in front of Sunset Key?
I got.
That's the one my wife gets. All
is
the
there
time.
is there a gift shop at the Reef? Was a good one.
Oh wow.
There is, but they only take sand dollars.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
How does the island
It's a
stay in
nice
place?
one. It doesn't hurt their feelings
This
too
one,
much.
This one I was proud of. Somebody asked me, how does the island stay in place? And I, without thinking, I said, well, we run out 4 anchors, one north, south, east, and west to keep it in place, but we actually rotate it throughout the year so it looks like the sun sets in different parts
You
of
got
the
to
sky.
rotate it.
Like, really?
obviously.
No, it's the bridges.
Oh
Like,
my
yeah.
god.
You ever sell tickets?
the bridges.
Do you ever sell tickets?
It's the bridges.
Have you sold tickets to the underwater tunnel to Sunset Key?
Not yet.
Oh, 20
I like that
bucks,
one.
bro. I made some money.
That's got to be a great scam for a
Shit, I
kid
made
that grows
some
up
money.
down here. Like,
Well, when I went to high school down here, we're all on the first floor and they tried to sell you elevator tickets.
nice.
Like, oh, you get elevator tickets. That way you don't have to walk up the stairs. One, I was like, why would anybody, how lazy are these fucking kids in Key West where they want elevator tickets to go up to the second floor?
And not
It's
walk
not
up.
like there's skyscrapers. Like if it was 27
two
floors, you're
sets of-
like,
yeah, right.
yo, $20. I'll pay for that elevator ticket. We got 2 floors. This is before they did all the fixed it.
All
When
the
I was
fixins?
there,
All the
is when they
fixins.
were doing the fixins. All right. That's when we were in trailers when they were fixing the Key West high schools.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, not a good time. I was
nobody,
like, oh
nobody
man.
wants to be.
I
nobody
go,
wants
this
to be-
high school is pretty cool. And then they started breaking ground to make it a new high school. And I was like, this high school sucks. Dick and balls. I hate it.
I think it's- I think
They
it's
moved me
appropriate
to
name.
a trailer.
What is
I
it?
don't
Balls
like
and
it.
Dicks from fucking.
Time machine.
Oh god, one of my favorites.
It says you no longer suck dick and balls. It's just
Balls and Dicks.
balls and dicks. Yeah. Yeah, it was a sucky high school. And now it's great.
I had that happen.
Is it?
Now it's pretty dope.
Always had good sports programs though, right?
Yeah.
Baseball is
Baseball is
huge.
Yeah.
Baseball is huge.
What if-
Wrestling is making its way up there. Always had great female sports too. Softball, soccer.
Yeah.
The baseball thing to me is, I think, one of the coolest. I mean, nationwide, I think it's probably one of the coolest programs because you go back. It's not that long ago that there weren't cities like Miami and West Palm and whatever. I mean, the nearest city in Florida was St. Augustine 65, 70 years ago.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And
It
so
was
like,
too. It was too dangerous. Until they drained all
it
the
was a
swamps and shit.
super long ways away.
Mhm.
That's why Flagler came and did the railroad and X, Y, and Z. But I've even talked to a number of people here that used to come into the old shop, or they come in here, and we're just talking about God knows what. It's
That
like,
was
yeah,
100 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, but no, even West Palm, Miami, they weren't really around to the 50s.
Maybe,
No,
maybe
the railroad.
big. They're around
Yeah,
for
but-
sure.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
around, but not like a major commerce. Like they were not
No,
a major
no.
city where they had things. So a lot of the old timers here, like the people that are in their 80s and 90s, they remember going to Havana to go get wedding dresses or go get this and go get
fuck.
that. And the baseball team used to play Cuba.
Oh no shit.
Like the
That's
high school
cool.
baseball team used to play Havana.
Yeah.
How
that
about
was a
boat to
regular
go
thing.
play a baseball game. That's pretty fucking
Isn't
cool.
that nuts?
Yeah.
They'd come
And
here.
bring your
they'd-
favorite
they'd
rooster
go
because
there.
you a little side bet.
Yeah, I mean, baseball game's good and all, but wait till you see the after party.
Never nothing. A lot of cockfighting done in. I
can't say-
Stock
it's
It's
Island.
always
Awesome.
it's so much fun. I never seen a sanction or whatever. Never seen like an official. But when it happens just in front of you on the street, it's like, yeah, let's. Yeah.
Oh, they have
Yo,
that-
I
That's
went
why
to
it's awesome.
I went to Panama. Sorry,
That's right.
and we saw
Jeez.
these like actual,
No, they had it-
cockfighting
they had 'em in
rings,
St. John, right down the
and we
street
went
from me.
past it, and I go, yo, and I tried to make up Spanish for cockfighting, and I don't know what came out of my mouth. They're like, "Ugh, the fuck, and I was like,
Dick
I think I-
crossing.
I think I said I'll blow him for $20. I don't know what I just said to that guy, but
Came back with 60.
yeah, I'm very good. I'm so good. No, it was like we never got to see a cockfight, but not that I want to. I would never.
But
I-
it happens
I-
randomly,
yeah.
just naturally here. You'll go, you know,
Yeah,
just
they're-
like, yeah.
They're the like they got them shaved and they got razors attached to their legs.
Well, I grew up in Okeechobee before I moved to Key West, and my old baseball coach, he had rings.
Allegedly.
And no. He
No,
had.
no. For the sake of this podcast,
Yeah, it's allegedly. That's not-
It's
that's not
allegedly.
how
I didn't name.
anybody's,
I didn't name names. Oh, he had them, and he had the chickens and the roosters and the thing. And I remember going into the workout. He had a workout station for them, and they
A
had
a chicken gym.
yes, a chicken gym, a chicken
Was it
gym.
a cock ring?
and he had mats, but they were foam, so they would have to work harder. Like it would be harder for them to step into the
Yeah.
foam instead of stepping on actual.
Wow. It's like running on the beach kind of
Yes.
thing?
So he had them running on
God,
foam.
that's a different
and
level
he
of
had-
fucked up.
And he opened like a cigar box. His kid, not him. He was like, "You want to see what my daddy
That
does?"
was the feat
and
of
I was
the-
like, "Yes, I do want to see what your daddy does." And he opened up the cigar box, and he had boxing gloves for the chickens or the roosters, the fighting roosters.
They don't have
the
hands.
cockers. Yeah, well, he'd strap them onto him, and then he had knives, which were straight ones, and then he had the hooks.
Oh, wow.
That is
Then
so
they were all
crazy.
razor sharp, but he would put on the boxing ones just to spar a bit.
Mhm.
So I say this all the time.
Oh,
This
Spurs.
is a weird thing because when I lived in the Virgin Islands, there was a bunch of people that had, I mean, not like people that I was like close with necessarily, but it's part of the culture. Like it's a different thing.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
not saying that one thing is right or wrong or whatever, but who's to say we're right? These people have been doing this for years and years and years and years, and it's part of their culture and it's
Yeah.
what it is. That is part of what their fucking Saturday night is. We go to the bar, we get drunk, we go, do karaoke as dumb white people who can't sing and can't have no tune.
whoa.
All right, semi
Other
smart.
colored
Yeah.
people sing shitty too, not just white people.
Fair, we all do. Point being,
Tan people also
Well, there's
sing
three of us
shitty.
sitting here.
Yeah.
And we are very white.
And we,
So
yeah, that's
white.
that was a good
Caucasian
one.
as
Tom
hell.
goes, you came from the Virgin Islands? He goes, how's that possible? You're white. Yeah, I
It's
was
like, well, I'm kind of from
Not
I'm from-
originally.
I'm from Connecticut.
yeah, Connecticut.
But I mean, yeah, it's a weird thing. And I remember a lot of times walking down from my house, I'd pass a cockfighting. Oh my god, a cockfighting.
we got those bars here.
yeah.
What do you do?
Cut that out.
Cockfighting
Yeah.
We had to walk
What
past.
time are we out on that shot?
Everybody clap. Get that hard.
I had to go past a cockfighting ring on my way down to walk to town every day. And I can't say that I ever really saw much going on. In
Did you
general.
ever make it to town once you saw that cockfighting, or did you stay there? I would.
No, it was always, like I said, I never saw one actually go
Riding.
down, but it was
Oh, yeah.
it was wildly obvious what it was. Like there's no question of what this thing was. They had all their cages with all the all
You
the
had a
roosters
couple
and
of
stuff
bucks. Fucking throw some in the ring.
in. I never saw one. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to see one.
Yeah, I'd be bummed as soon as it was over. Like,
As
oh,
long as you
man.
take the loser home.
And cook it up.
Oh,
I
obviously.
mean, yeah, I hope so.
I'll make a chicken
Is rooster
dinner.
meat good? I don't know.
It's
I've
chicken.
Yeah.
Probably tastes
We
like,
just don't eat
tastes
it.
like chicken,
If
Tony.
they're
We
fighting,
don't
you know,
eat it because
gotta
they
be like-
fucking the chickens.
They gotta be making weight and shit. They're cut down. It's all. There's no. Yeah. It's all. Yeah. It's,
No, you want them.
shed all the water.
Yeah, that's fair. I got
before
another
they're
dehydrated cockmaster here.
They're listening to fucking Eye of the Tiger
Yeah,
before their
yeah,
fight.
shit,
They got a
yeah.
plastic bag on.
You ever seen-
I'm not marinating. I'm just sitting here.
You ever
losing weight.
seen a rooster shadow cockfight? Like,
I got this one.
If there's ever a place that we would see that, it'd be Key West. There's
Oh,
enough.
for
There's
sure.
enough of them. I feel like that's 100%. If you ever saw a rooster shadow box, it's gonna be in Key West.
in Key West, it'd be like it wouldn't be a gym. It'd be like a yoga studio or a fucking CrossFit thing.
Was that
It
in
would be-
Ohio where they
Well,
were?
hopefully it's not hot yoga. Because we'll have a great dinner that night.
Hopefully it is.
Sous vide hot yoga chicken.
You walk in, just walking through stew, and just all the sweat
What do you do
and
with those
chicken meat.
onions? Don't worry about it.
No,
Just
turned
chop.
into a Looney Tune.
Yeah,
Turned
just-
into Bugs Bunny taking a bath.
Oh
It's
god,
just-
I miss those cartoons. They were so good. I mean,
Did you ever watch the old
yeah, I
cartoons?
know you couldn't
The
get
old
away with
real
you
old
couldn't,
ones?
You couldn't get away with a lot.
Oh
of that
boy.
No, there's some rough.
now. But it's what we were
rough
raised on.
shit.
It's what
Well,
we were
well,
raised
no,
on.
No, not
sort of.
even.
Way
I'm talking
before we were raised, like
the
ones
20s
in the,
Oh, no,
and
no,
30s
no.
cartoons.
I'm
ones
talking
during
about-
World War II were gnarly too.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, that's they were that.
When
Now
Bugs
it's over the
Bunny
line, but they were
dressed up
pushing
as the
line.
woman, no, massa, don't slap me. And then it's like, what the fuck did I just watch?
It was
Oh, this is
as a
top,
kid,
dude.
this was
Oh,
like,
it's insane.
Well, being the pop culture buff that you are, because we talk about music and movies all the time. I
Oh.
hear it. I hear it from time to time. Like there's certain movies that you cannot imagine trying to make Animal House now.
never.
Not a shot. And
Oh.
even as recent as like Van Wilder,
I mean,
Like-
it probably couldn't happen.
pretty close. Like that, I think is like the cutoff, right? The old school, when Luke Wilson sleeps with the high school chick.
Well, she was a senior. Sorry.
Oh.
She was 18 in his defense.
Yes.
Okay. I knew that one immediately.
Yes,
She's just a senior, bro. Relax. In Okeechobee, before I moved to Key West, it was kind of during the Columbine and whatnot, and we had to no longer we couldn't bring our shotguns to school anymore on the back of the racks of our
That says
truck.
you're
So fucking Florida.
It is
was
so
so-
Florida.
Oh, speaking
yeah,
of which,
yeah, hold on, we'll get
Let's
there in
do
a
it.
second. We'll
Let's
get
do
there.
it. God, we didn't have a dress code.
Oh
We
yeah.
didn't have a dress code.
We couldn't wear
You
flip
had a dress
flops
code or you didn't?
in
have a dress code?
Okeechobee. We couldn't wear flip flops or shorts.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they thought shorts made people want to fight each other. And I go, I think people being uncomfortable in the middle of summer is what's going to warrant people to fight each
That
other.
makes sense. Yeah.
I hate wearing jeans. It's 100 degrees. I want to kill somebody.
Mm-hmm. AC always goes out.
Down here, I saw when we first rolled into school, there's kids rolling in on their scooters and shit. Flip flops, tank tops. I said, oh, we found home. We're good.
How old were you moved here?
16?
How old are you moved here?
26.
Just
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah, that
I
math
did
checks
math.
out. Yeah.
Oh, Key West math.
You nailed that first try.
That was
Holy
good.
fuck.
That's
I was
almost
like,
as easy
wait.
as the first word of this drunken spelling bee.
Carry
oh
the-
yeah.
I mean,
Well, that changes.
Oh, well,
Uh,
Do you
obviously.
have Florida questions for us?
I can.
Yeah.
I
So,
can.
so Tony.
Set that up.
Well,
yeah.
I told you before. So Tony also does trivia on Tuesday. So he does drunk spelling bee on Monday night,
Mhm.
which is hysterical, and I love.
Usually, it's
it's a blast, dude. It really is because you guys get to know everybody. Like you talk to them about where they're from, what they're doing, and to be able to riff off that is so funny. And that's the thing that Tom was so good at. Like when we talked about it, like he loved just like where you're from, what's your job, and he would
Wisconsin spelled
cater
churd.
the- yeah.
he was we definitely Tom was the third host of the spelling bee for probably a year plus 2 years, and then once Comic Key West really started getting up and rolling, and he's like, "No, you guys got you two do it," and it was me and Crane, but we definitely he's the one that brought out the bribe jar.
Well, it's so
Like
cool
for-
that you also are part of Comedy Key West too, because that was the I
Used to
think
be.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, still like associated with it though. I always joke that you're our inside access to who's coming and when,
Oh yeah,
whether it's public or not. you at least always remind me, like, hey, Stanhope's coming this week,
Yeah.
or like there's always somebody.
This week, Chad Daniels.
Yeah.
Not to be not
So
to be
Chad
missed,
Daniels
man.
was the first
Fucking
one
funny.
I saw at Bottle Cap on
Oh,
your,
no shit.
your
Good.
recommendation.
Yeah.
He's
And
so good.
He's the fucking best.
He really is so good. That was the only time I went to Bottle Cap for a comedy show, and it was so awesome.
Mhm.
But it was for Chad Daniels. That
Yeah.
was,
Did you watch him on Tosh or not Tasha? I'm sorry, Tosh. I did Tosh again.
Tosh, not Tosh.
Third
Tosh.
glitch in the Matrix.
I don't know.
We'll be right back.
So this is where I've always said
No, when Chad Daniels went head to head with the redhead dude on Kill Tony. There it is.
What's that? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen that
Montgomery.
one.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's so good.
The insane dude.
Because Chad didn't know that dude just shits on everybody,
Oh,
especially the guests.
Mhm.
So Montgomery is just shitting on him, and he was like, "What the fuck is happening?" He goes, "I wanted to punch him in the face, like he wanted to hit him."
He just
And then-
you didn't know, like the guys. I mean, the guys
And
all
then he-
high volatility energy. Like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
just manic eyes and mannerisms and everything. Like,
and it's amazing.
I have not
If you didn't
seen
know what
that.
it was,
No,
like
I gotta
it's,
check it
you'd
out.
be on guard.
It's so good. And then he throws it back at him really hard. He goes, "Well, why do you talk like that? Is that why you talk like that? But why do you talk like that?" And hit him so back hard. And then I watched Chad Daniels' podcast
Oh,
where, he
When
was,
you're ready.
Yeah.
where he was talking about it. And he goes,
Wanna grab one
"Yeah,
more
I
of those?
wanted to fucking hit him really
Yeah.
hard,
I've heard him talk about it.
so hard in the
On
face."
different podcasts, or whatever.
And
it's-
I
this
was
is
like,
his
I
story
would
to tell.
definitely set somebody up to let them know, yo, by the way, a couple
There is a
of
legit
people are gonna
insane person that's
they're
going to be in
gonna
your face.
They're gonna
Yeah.
shit on you really hard.
You just never know, right? Everybody's got such a different style. I mean, we talked about Two Ferns the other day, and it's like if you walked in and really didn't know what Two Ferns was and did not know that humor coming from Zach Galifianakis, you would be. It's uncomfortable to watch sometimes, where you're just like, oh, like,
And I have a feeling he does that on purpose.
oh,
a couple
absolutely.
of times.
I think that's the nuts
That's
and
the
bolts
niche.
of the thing. Yeah.
That's the Nietzsche.
So when you're doing the trivia, I love this because I run into you next door regularly where you're coming up with your set list for
Set
comedy,
list.
which
So-
is makes me.
So yeah, I do drunk spelling me every Monday, Mary Ellen's 9:00 with Steve Crane. Then Tuesday a pub style trivia game, 6:30, Mary Ellen's. And then it's just regular 50 questions. It's a long game. It's got
How many rounds is it?
5 rounds.
5
10
rounds.
questions. It's got a reputation for above average difficulty, I would say. It's a game for trivia nerds.
It's not easy. It's
Yeah.
it's definitely you gotta nerd out and really.
Yeah.
but if you are slightly silly Billy, that's my way of
every
saying
single
retarded.
trivia team
you might
member.
be able to get something right.
Oh yeah, every single team member is good for at least one correct answer.
One.
As long as you just
They're like,
sit back in the cut and wait, and like I know this one. Everybody's
I
good for
remember
one.
that song.
Just don't
That's
step
when I
on
was
it.
getting finger blasted by my second uncle on the Ferris wheel.
Says the
that
kid
song
from
was
Okeechobee.
that song
Exactly.
was playing.
Sounds like Onokeechobee.
No.
But when before I hosted it, I played that game. I'd hosted other bars around town over the years and gone on it. Then I started filling in at Mary Ellen's for the previous host and whatever. And then after the COVID lockdown, they asked me if I wanted to do it full time. I don't know what happened with the previous host with Mark. They used to do it, whether he just didn't come back.
I forgot there was somebody else that was doing it.
But what he had was he would always have a category called Florida, not Florida. And it
Oh, here
was
we
our
go.
headline, and all I got to do is get 50-50. I got to guess. Did it happen in Florida? Did it happen anywhere else? The entire known.
Well, Florida Man
universe.
is just such a thing.
It's
now.
it's beyond a meme. Now it's
Everyone-
a show. Now
It's
it's a
all-
yeah.
yeah. There
Here's
is
the
a
thing.
show. There's a
Here's
show
the thing
that's
that I
right.
don't like. When people talk to shits on Florida, born and raised in Florida,
Well, I'm pretty sure. So
and they want to,
So-
but you moved here, right? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
so
But you
I
moved
bought
here.
these headlines. Yeah, I wasn't listening. I was pulling up the Florida, not Florida.
Motherfucker.
So I don't know how you guys want to do this, but I've got a list.
All right, here's the deal. So Justin, being proud of being from Florida, which as you should be,
Proud
it's a
Florida
great-
man.
It's a great place to live.
Generations.
We're happy to be here.
Generations.
We, as you just said, we all moved here. Justin claims being a Florida man,
He can pick. He can
He
sniff
can-
out a Florida.
What did
not
we
Florida.
say?
Oh,
What
I
was-
can sniff out a Florida
I'm
fine.
gonna put the over under on Justin's Florida, not Florida, at 6 of 10 is going to be the over.
Six. We'll do 10. All right,
We're
now
gonna do
You're
10.
doing 10?
we'll do 10.
No,
All right,
six-
it can go.
six-
It can go quick.
6
All right.
of 10 is going to be the over under.
All right.
So this note on my phone has
good God,
has
that's long.
years of Florida, not Florida.
I've also
So-
sent you.
How
some
much have we
in the
fucked
past.
up?
What's that? Oh, these are just ones I've used
Well, they
before.
might not be from
Holy.
Florida.
But so-
That's the other thing.
Oh.
How do you want to play this? You want to pick it, and then he, or do you want him to pick
I
it?
say
And then-
I say you go random,
all
Yeah,
right.
You
just
go
read it, and
random
I'll
and
tell you if
fire
it's
it.
Florida or not.
and
All
I'll
right.
keep track of the score here because this is definitely one of my. Just to preface this as well, when you're sitting next door, you're picking out your soundtrack
Yeah.
for trivia, which is one of my favorite parts of the whole week. I walk over, Tony's got a beer in his hand.
He did bring this
and
up earlier.
he will sit
loves
there
it.
and he'll be like, "Hey, I got this question, and it's about Teletubbies and whatever the fuck it is."
Yeah.
And we all whoever's sitting at the bar, we all sit there and like, "All right,
It's a workshop. Just
I'm
just
thinking
spitballing
that
ideas here.
the song
Sure.
that you should play after asking this question is Billy Elliot, like whatever. We've got
Yeah.
some reason for regarding the question. Like it's got to be pertinent to the question without
Yeah.
giving away the answer.
Mhm.
So like it could be the
Or sometimes
title,
not. Sometimes
title of the
different.
song. It could be all over the place. And
Right.
sometimes we throw a wrench in the mix
Oh,
too
yeah.
on purpose, where everyone's going to think it's going to be this answer. So we play something so blatantly obvious. Thanks, bud.
Oh, thank you.
Even though it's completely
That was for-
opposite. This
yeah.
one's mine. Do you need one?
No, I'm good.
You might need one.
Sorry, Bubba.
That's all right, man.
All right, here we go.
So we're going out
We're
of
going,
10.
we're going out of 10 here. All right.
All right.
10. Florida, not
Man,
Florida.
first one. Man, one dead, two injured after man drives semi-truck into adult nightclub after being kicked out.
I could be anywhere.
That's the beauty of the
That's the
Florida, not
beauty of
Florida
it, dude.
game.
I'm going to go that's not Florida.
That's Tampa, Florida.
Damn.
That's-
Well, nightclub, Tampa, they have the
That's-
most nightclubs.
They
They
both have
have
the most strip clubs.
They,
I think
that's
it's-
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Not per
They have
capita.
the most strip
Not per
clubs.
capita?
Per capita is Portland, Oregon.
Really?
Yeah, Portland, Oregon is per capita most.
Yeah,
adult
but now
entertainment
in
venues.
Portland, Oregon, very liberal. Don't know which one's which.
All right.
Yeah, that
You're
chick
0
has
for
the
1 right
hottest
now.
dick I've
0
ever
for
seen in my
1.
life.
0 for 1.
All right.
Next one,
Fuck.
random pull. Man claiming to scam pedophiles for money arrested for sexual activities with animals plus meth.
Florida.
Florida, what else do we got here? Oh no, it said he can't. The link was bad. Shit. Well, yeah, the whole thing starts with Florida, man. So yeah, that was Spring Hill, Florida.
All right. So
Yeah,
we'll give you
Florida.
that. We'll
One
give you
and
that,
one.
Florida.
1 and
1
1.
and 1.
Let's go.
Now you got to be careful with thinking Florida meth is always Florida because
I know,
I
there's
grew up
some
in
other
Iowa.
meth
There's a
I was
gonna
whole
say that,
lot of meth in
yeah,
Iowa.
yeah.
There's trailer parks everywhere, baby.
Nothing
Did
like,
you go to
Breaking
did you go
Bad,
to school
come
in those trailers?
nothing like Polk County.
No, my trailer was off in a good part of town. We were cool.
Woman accused. Next one. Florida.
We did have a trailer. It was on the
All
middle of those sticks. Go ahead.
Woman accused of zipping boyfriend in suitcase and leaving him to suffocate found guilty of murder.
I saw that, and I remember watching the whole thing on
The
TV.
television?
Yep, they had a whole story on it. I want to say it was probably Orlando, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm still gonna say it's Florida.
Orange County, Florida.
Yes,
All
Orlando.
Two
Let's
and
go.
1. I got to keep track here.
Let's go.
2-1. All right. Football coach marries his stripper girlfriend, nicknamed Pole Assassin, whose pet monkey allegedly attacked a child on Halloween.
God, that's gotta be Florida. It's not Florida.
Not Florida?
Not Florida.
Texas.
Yes.
Whoa.
Hey.
They got a lot of fucking weird shit out there too.
2-2. We got the
2-2.
score going right here.
All right. We got a game. Getting the halfway point. Woman sets off 500-person riot at roller rink.
I got my answer, but I'm not saying anything right
I
now.
had my 10th birthday party at a roller rink in Okeechobee, Florida. It was a great 10th birthday.
Any riots?
No,
right.
0 riots.
500-person
A lot of
riot?
hot
500-person
dogs.
riot.
We had a lot of kids throwing up in the parking lot. They ate too many hot dogs. They were free.
Little nitrate bomb.
I'm going to go Florida.
Hillsborough County, Florida.
Let's go.
Wow, 3-2.
3-2.
Squeaking out a little lead halfway through the game.
Let's
What we
go.
got here?
I also took a nap right there when I was thinking about it. I don't know if you
You
guys
might
saw
have needed
that.
it. You might have needed
I
it.
took a little. I was up early today. My parents are in town. I took a little baby nap. All right, let's go.
I'm trying to pick.
Go
pick
random.
the right
Go
ones.
random.
Yeah, I'm going random, but like that one's. Yeah.
I love this song. It's such a good song.
Man, I got to go to the real link for this one.
Oh, I love it. All
Man
right.
named D's Nuts appears in court after scheduling another hearing. Charged with battery and disorderly conduct.
God, that sounds
His
like
his legal name is D's Nuts Kroll.
that's Florida. I'm sorry.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Damn it! The nicest people.
You got one more loss.
All right.
Oh, so that's what, 3-3?
3-3.
So we have 4 more to go.
Can I?
They're
I'm gonna
tough.
phone a friend on this next
They're-
one.
They're tough.
Sean, I need your
This
help.
is what's so fun about it because I'll go over there and we'll
God,
talk
it's
about him.
so
he'll,
good.
He'll propose these, and I'm like, it sounds crazy enough. It's got to be Florida. 100%. It's got to be
Well,
Florida.
I've seen it. I've
They
seen it.
can't- I don't know what
in
happened.
Florida.
Some of these
I've
just-
seen
Some of
it.
these aren't coming up. What do we got here?
So like when you say that about that chick that did that thing, I'm like, yeah,
I lost track.
my
where I
cousin
was.
dated
Naked
that
and it's
bitch.
3-3, right?
Yeah, I think so.
3-3.
See naked. I'm like,
All right, I got naked for you.
is that me? All right.
Naked and drunk woman barges into
Ah,
a
yeah.
racetrack and threatens to stab gas station employees with peeler before being arrested.
Peeler?
Look, peeler?
Peeler.
That's not even that sharp.
Peeler?
Like a
Yeah.
potato peeler.
A peeler.
Peeler.
Oh, a peeler.
Peeler.
Peeler?
Peeler.
It's got to be a Chicago
leaves
accent.
a racetrack.
Peeler.
All right. So she leaves a racetrack. That could be Florida. That could be Kentucky. That could be the Northeast, wherever rich people are, besides Kentucky.
Before you pick, she was arrested and charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault, disorderly intoxication, criminal mischief, exposure of sexual organs, and trespassing after the incident.
What'd you do? Go finger
Florida!
Florida. That is
Kentucky.
St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yeah! You're staying alive.
Still in it.
Yes.
He's
You
still in
got
it.
one. You got
All right.
one.
Let's
Well,
do
that'd be a
this.
push, I guess.
Let me do one from this last week.
All right.
I wonder if I heard this one already.
I
I'm not
still
gonna say
got to
words.
phone my friend.
20-year-old man walks into BMW
I did hear- I know this
dealership
one. I know this one.
to buy green M4, fails a credit check, and is denied a test drive. In response, crashes his car into the dealership and is arrested.
God, that sounds like Florida too.
They're so difficult. They all sound like Florida because that's the only place that this could happen.
I feel like that could be anywhere.
Oh, are you kidding me? Somebody doesn't want to line
Oh, in
green
Miami
M4 in
or
Miami?
fucking
All black.
No, they're too loud.
no Florida.
Easy, man.
No Florida. Whoa, what did you say?
So they're just too loud.
The car's right. Nothing.
Is it Florida?
Sorry.
Let's bail him out of this. So what
Yeah.
happened?
As I'm sitting here talking to Sean, I just walked into it.
Yeah, it was
I
right
walked
there.
into it.
Yeah.
Florida or not Florida?
I gotta get. I want to find a good one.
Wait, no, was it Florida or not Florida?
Wait, that was Gainesville, Florida.
I knew it.
All
I
right.
knew it was
You got Florida, right?
That's
Yeah.
on you. That's why I'm not
You
going to
said
ask
not
you
Florida.
again. I know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's tied. So
You told me no.
It's a push at least.
I think.
5-3.
Mm.
Is it Florida or not Florida?
That one was not Florida.
Why do we call you Tony Bag of Donuts?
I have no idea. I don't pick. You don't get to pick your nickname.
That's
Like,
fair.
Yeah, I have no idea where it came from. Probably because
Because I don't remember. I remember somebody said, "Oh, Tony Bag of Donuts," and I go, "Who the fucks is Tony Bag
Yeah.
of Donuts?"
And I never brought donuts
And they
to work.
go, "Him,"
Yeah.
and they point at you. I believe
don't-
we're
I don't-
outside
I don't
your
know where-
parents,
I thought you-
and they
I
go,
thought you started
"Him,"
calling
and
me
I
that.
go, "Oh, thank God,"
I
because
thought you were
there's
the
like
one that gave me the nickname.
I thought so too. And I told them that earlier. I go, I wonder if I gave them that or not. I know I've given a couple of people good nicknames, but I don't know if I gave you that. But I loved that there were 3 Tonys that I knew, and we eliminated 2 immediately
Okay.
by calling you Tony Bagadonies.
And that actually was it connects to this Florida, not Florida. One of them. I once had. I'm a big video game player, and I had an Xbox gamer tag that got banned because it was Bag of D's nuts.
Speaking of D's nuts,
yeah, that was one of my original. It was 2 3s to be the E's in the middle of it. It was just some stupid gamer tag.
Oh God, that's so nerdy.
Sent my
I hate
Xbox
it so
in, it
much.
got sent back, and
was every
banned.
other letter capitalized too?
No, I don't think so.
Thank God.
Yeah, everybody called me. They're played with called me Bago or whatever. But yeah, that was
Little
Bag
did
of
they
D's
know
nuts.
they were just playing Tony.
Yeah,
They're just
go
playing
figure.
Tony.
There's people
They thought it was some young
bunch of people I had
punk
never met.
kid.
Want to do one last?
Let's
Give
do it.
him one last Florida, not Florida.
I'll get mine right.
Surgeon performs vasectomy on himself as a gift to his wife.
It'd be so much.
Not Florida.
That was Taiwan.
Thank you.
There's
You
video.
Not even the same continent.
There's
You
video.
redeemed yourself. You
Video?
redeemed
Yeah,
yourself.
I'm not showing that. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Let me see.
I don't want it on my phone. Fuck that.
On himself?
It was on himself.
Oh boy. Vasectomy?
There's some special people on
Not a
this planet.
circumcisions?
No, that was a snip. That was unclog the plumbing and undo the plumbing.
So you're an Iowa boy.
Iowa born and raised.
Where in Iowa? Because I
Davenport.
have this beautiful couple that is staying at my hotel from Iowa, and I love them so much. They're
Nice.
the sweetest people.
A lot of the Iowa nice reputation.
from Des
is-
Moines.
Yeah. French for Des Moines.
Is that?
Easy, Farley. I am El Nino.
I almost wore
the Nino.
I almost wore a Skate Des Moines shirt today. Wore it to work and stunk, so I decided to class it up for you guys. Yeah,
It's a good Pink Floyd shirt.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, dude.
I love that.
Big
That's
fan.
awesome. Dude,
Uh,
they're the best. I mean, I wish I got. I'm so disappointed that I feel like I was born in the wrong era. I should have gotten to see a lot of those bands.
oh, for sure.
Wish I did.
Oh yeah, I got to see. All right, so let's go down the line. Like, first concert
You're gonna laugh.
that you paid for.
D12. At
The
Toad's-
M&M guys.
Dirty motherfucking dozen.
No
At-
shit.
at Toad's place in New
Those
Haven,
blue and
Connecticut.
yellow, purple
Yeah.
pills. I come
Alright.
to Mushroom
On a
Mountain
place that
once
was
or twice, but who's
probably
counting?
the size of
But
this
nothing
shop.
compared.
Like
Okay.
a full-blown, weird bar. Eminem wasn't even there. It was just bizarre.
Just D12?
Proof, Conniva,
That you paid for.
Obi Trice.
Obi Trice.
yeah.
What was the first
Obi
show you
Trice.
went to that your parents paid for you to go with? Did
I
you ever go to a concert with your
I
parents?
never went to a concert with my parents until I was significantly older.
Wow.
I did the D12 concert, which
That's
is
a great
crazy.
kickoff.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me. This is in downtown in Gunwave, New Haven.
What were you, 15, 14?
16 maybe.
16?
Okay.
16.
God, that makes me old.
Which is
dude.
weird because I was
Fuck.
like, I feel like I was a late bloomer to concerts compared to some of my friends that
Yeah.
went with their parents when they were
Yeah,
younger
yeah.
or whatever.
But D12, that's pretty cool, though.
First concert my parents paid for, though, which conveniently and coincidentally was the second show. It was for my birthday. All I wanted was to go see the Rolling Stones at Rentschler Stadium.
Oh wow.
It was the Yukon Huskies football stadium just opened in Hartford.
Okay.
They go,
And-
sorry, he couldn't buy those. We got your Weird Al Yankovic tickets.
Which would be that would be
That'd
cool.
be
I
good,
would
too.
love to see fucking
No,
Weird Al,
this is-
dude.
this
I
is
would
actually-
love to see Weird
This is
Al.
actually
Also, 20 bucks.
it's a pretty wild one. So
You like that one,
my
Sean?
birthday, all I
love that
wanted, it was my 18th birthday, and I was going to be at school, my freshman year of college, 18th birthday.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was go see the Stones. I was raised on them, I
Yeah.
had all the vinyls that my parents had, this and that. I called into radio stations. My mom, we've had the conversation about the saint that my mother is with the fake Mickey Mantle ball and this
Yep.
and that. She was she's a godsend. So she was asking friends, she worked in a really ritzy community as a teacher, asking people like, hey, anybody got connections for tickets? They were expensive as shit.
I'm sure.
And my parents said, we can't do that. So I get home, I got off work early lifeguarding. My mom goes, here's your birthday present. This is 2 weeks before my birthday, but it was the night of the concert. Just in case I was able to get tickets. She goes, here's your birthday. She gives me $200. She goes, happy birthday. You can either hang on to it, you can buy something with it, or you can go try to scalp tickets. And so we used to go down to Yankee Stadium and Broadway shows, and we'd scalp tickets before. Like, I got it. I understood that. I understood the
You
assignment.
hag a little bit.
Yeah, I knew what I had to do.
Or you can buy meth.
Which conveniently
You
was
could
only
have
a
turned that
couple.
into
and then-
more meth, and then we'd have a
And
real
then think
story.
you're watching the Rolling Stones.
I wish I could remember the name.
And still have $150 left over.
I can't remember the name of the
Bro,
town.
so much meth.
Eastern Connecticut University, ECU, is in. It's like it's 20 minutes away from where Stores is or UConn is. It's the crack or meth capital of the fucking Northeast. So yeah, we weren't too far off.
You could have sold so
ever
much
done it?
meth.
No,
bro.
no.
You ever done it?
On accident.
Yeah, I did it twice.
I
yeah.
thought it was
On
Molly.
purpose.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Molly. I went like this, and I go, 2 days later, I go, can I go to sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't go to sleep. That's not Molly.
This is,
Yeah,
this
but
is
your
just
story
out of,
about
just out of high
Connecticut.
school, like
So,
19 years old.
We
stupid.
wind up going to the show. We
You
run
like
up
that?
there as fast as we could. We get up there. I tell my buddy, I'm like, get out, buy scalp tickets. He's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Hops in the driver's seat. I jump out. I convinced this guy, whoever the opener was, had just started. I was like, concert's already going.
Yeah.
You can't charge full price.
Yeah.
So I talked this guy down $150 a piece to $75 a piece on the floor all the way in the back. It's a football stadium.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's way back. So I get 2 tickets, $150. We walk in.
You made
The
50
sta-
bucks.
The stadium. No, well, I saved $50, I should say.
Spend it on merch.
I got a concert
Guaranteed.
T-shirt.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
It's my first real concert,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. And so we go down, and the stadium is so brand new. They don't even have
Is that-
a scanning
Thank you.
thing or anything like that. So I rip the ticket. The guy rips the ticket. We go down to the
We're
seats,
going to have our own side.
and they're like, oh yeah, like go down to your seat. I walk down. There's these 2 women sitting in our seats. I show them the tickets. I'm like, yeah, you guys are on our seats. They're like, no, these are our seats. They pull out their tickets. We got fucking had
And you're
straight up.
Oh, no
15.
shit.
I'm 17 years old.
But you got in.
But we got in.
Yeah.
So I go to the security guard. I'm like, hey, these women are our seats. I don't know. We got these tickets. He goes, oh, we've been getting fake tickets all night. I don't want to hear it. I'm like, well, what do we do? He goes, I don't know. Go talk to that guy. I'm like, we're getting kicked out of this place.
Yeah.
Like that's
Or
it.
just stand
Just
where
mingle
somebody
somewhere,
isn't.
yeah.
I was 17. I've never been to a concert. I didn't
That's fair. You don't
understand
know how
this.
to
Yeah,
move
yeah.
around.
And
You don't know how to
I just gotta.
bajangle.
Just-
You didn't know how to bajangle.
So the guy goes, "What's the problem?" I tell him. He reaches into his pocket like this, takes out a stack of
Don't
tickets.
shoot me.
Uh,
Who's
gives
he
me
got?
2 tickets and he goes, "Go up that way. You're on the left." Points us up toward the stage. Next security guard up there. Next security guard up there. Next security guard up there. We were 10 rows dead center from fucking the first 2 seats next to the runway.
Oh, no shit.
$405 face value of tickets.
Nice.
He gave us these fucking seats. So yeah, my parents paid for those.
I think Justin's going to pass out.
I think he's gonna pass out as well.
I'm laughing so hard because he's laughing.
This is going to be a great podcast.
It's gonna be a good one.
He was laughing.
What do you got
It
for
made me laugh.
first concert?
It's Travis Tritt,
All right.
Strawberry Festival, Plant City, Florida.
Plant City, that's Tampa, right? Tampa-ish.
That area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tampa adjacent.
Probably south.
Yeah.
I think. I don't
Sounds
know.
right.
But it was titties. I loved it.
Yeah.
Because I was young and I didn't know what music was. And there was a lot of sweets everywhere because it was a strawberry festival.
Lots of.
Because I had a lot of strawberry shortcake. And
He
then
was,
Travis Tritt singing. So
Oh,
it
What do they
worked.
call him? Travis Treats?
Travis Tritt. He did look like he gained some lbs, but I feel like he might be on the
He
Ozempic.
wasn't on the strawberry diet.
No,
I
not.
did,
No, he was.
He's on the Ozempic
He was
diet.
later on in life, probably.
First one I think I paid for was Primus with the meat puppets opening for him at a chiropractic college gymnasium. I had to borrow $20 to buy the ticket. I just found out about the concert that day. I had no idea. I was a Primus fan. Thanks to my brother. One day he comes home. Brother's 5 years younger
That
than me.
is such a fun one
I
to
think
go
I'm
to, though.
19, maybe 18, 19. I don't know how old it was, but he had found a cassette with 2 Primus albums, one on either side, and just like, here, you probably like this, and that's how I
Love
found them. Oh, loved them. So I got in, I borrowed $20, took some acid, to go, and I'm
How old
in
were you?
line, 18 maybe 19.
18.
Yeah.
Acid.
And I'm in line. Everything was double doors. This was in and out. This was a ticket window. This was in and out. This was a ticket window, like all the way
Going
down. And I'm in
upstairs,
line. No, this is
downstairs?
ground floor.
Ground floor.
I'm
Set
in
the
line.
people up.
I'm in line to get my ticket with my borrowed $20, and I'm just rolling through my head, just give them the money, get the ticket, get inside. Just give the money, get my tickets. I just get the money, the ticket inside, over and over again. And I'm about to next one in line. I'm about to get it, and this door comes flying open, and I just see a big dude, a big mass of curly blonde hair. It's like, hey, like, what? And it's a dude I played hockey with. He was a local radio DJ, rock radio DJ. He's like, you got friends with you? I was like, yeah. He's like, you need tickets? Like, I do. They all got theirs. And he opens up a stack of tickets in his pocket, gives me a fucking ticket. So later on that night, I got to pay back the $20 for that borrow to get the
Hell
ticket.
yeah.
So I get in, and Meat Puppets were awesome, and Primus is about to start. They're backlit. So there's a monster on these giant curtains or whatever.
Oh,
and this
so
was like,
sick.
this is the kind of gym where you pull the bleachers out
Oh,
of
yeah.
the wall.
Oh, yeah.
So the bleachers are pushed
You
all the way back
saw a
in.
Primus concert in a gym like that.
Like that, yeah. Oh, yeah. They were
That's
touring
so
for
fun.
Killers for the Punch Bowl for that album. When those Big Brown Beaters,
Oh,
that
my
one.
God.
So Primus is about to start, and Les hits the first bass note, and I'm like, everybody starts running. Like, fuck yeah, I run. Like straight for the crowd, and I hit a wall of people. Bad idea. I turn around and I get hit by everybody else behind me. Like, I'm here. Just stuck in the crowd like this. And Primus is very, like, it's not to me, it didn't seem like a rough, like, mosh pity band kind of thing. They're just bouncing.
Yeah.
But you're
Yeah.
shoulder to shoulder, so you're landing 6 feet over here, 8 feet over here. Like, you keep your feet underneath you or you're fucked. Then I start noticing people getting, like, taken out bloody from somewhere. Like, I was not. Like, I was not in that part of the crowd.
I
was in
didn't
the
hit
happy,
that
bouncy
chick.
part.
I did not do that.
So at some point, somebody lands on the heel of my shoe, and I jump out of it. And so now I'm down one shoe. So I'm getting my foot stepped on for like, or at least one song, maybe 2 songs. But a couple songs later, I land back on my shoe. Like, fuck yeah, let's get my foot right back in there. So get the shoe back. At some point during the show, I get this tugging at the bottom of my shirt. And it's my younger brother and his buddy. So they had been 13, 14. They snuck into the show. Just totally found an open back door and just got into the show somehow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then while we were at the show, great show, fucking killer. While we were in the show, an ice storm happened outside. So when we go back outside,
This is the
we couldn't
craziest
drive.
first concert ever.
Yeah,
Remind
we
you,
couldn't.
Iowa.
We couldn't. Yeah, exactly. We couldn't drive home. I got a ride from somebody. So instead, we all walked home, but we were throwing snowballs at cars, like just whatever,
And they
on
turn
acid
to
or whatever.
ice,
And
and
every
then-
time we would hear one hit, just take off 3 yards or whatever, and just
Oh,
go.
my God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the first one.
It's a different world. Hold
Yeah.
that thought.
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah,
picture of
Florida
it.
Oh,
one.
right now.
No, leave that on there.
No, I'm not. I learned my lesson.
Leave it.
Because
The Tom Dustin thing?
Tom had
No, you got to leave that on there. We got to hear your flow.
Race.
The
The
original-
original race is in the 1800s, I thought.
I don't.
Because it's the oldest contested sporting event, like between countries.
Well, yeah,
I
the
think.
original race, but
Yeah.
I think that this is a replica of something from like 1910.
Oh yeah, I always thought it was the one that won the first America's Cup race.
Maybe it is. Man.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. America 2.0, the sailboat.
Okay,
My-
I didn't know you guys.
Yeah. Talking boats.
My favorite. That's my favorite sailboat here. It's
I was
so-
like, did I
it's
pee on
so
myself
cool.
when I came out? That's all I was worried about.
That's why you wear dark colors.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, you'll appreciate this.
I'm
Still
stupid, but I'm
still
not dumb.
to date, still to date, my favorite golf joke ever. You were the one that told me. We're on a golf course. You're like, you got to take a leak sometimes. So like,
Yeah.
you go off to the side of the golf course, do your business, take care of your shit. I'm sitting there one day, pissing off next to one of the tees, and Justin just pipes up behind me. He goes, "You know what you're doing is illegal, right?" And I go,
It's not mine, by the way.
Whatever, but you were the first person to tell me, and I have now passed it along to many people, but it's wonderful.
I love it.
He goes, "You know what you're doing is illegal, right?" And I go, "Huh?" He goes, "Holding a little kid's dick." I'm like, really?
I think I've seen that.
I
I've seen
had
that
never
on,
heard it before.
yeah,
You
some
introduced me to
reel
that,
on
and I
TikTok
thought I
somewhere.
was dying. I was like, man, That is so twisted, but it's perfectly twisted for exactly who the hell we are.
My favorite golf joke is probably the best one ever. It's not even a joke. It's just the original Jackass when they're in the woods with the air horn and the backswing.
God.
It is.
It's for my. I have.
It's
What's he say?
Oh, yeah.
I have sciatics.
I have sciatica.
Well, fuck you and fuck your sciatica, and they hit the ball right.
The
at
guy
his head.
tees up and tries to hit, and he gets him on the backswing for that one too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that was the best.
I want to. So you can rent surprisingly cheap. You can rent one of the theaters at Tropic.
Yeah.
To show a movie.
Do
I would love to
Jackass.
do a couple Jackasses
That'd
like
be
that,
awesome.
I
or
think-
Super Troopers.
No.
Yeah.
I think we need to do boom, 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 Caddyshack,
Oh, that'd be cool.
because
fun.
I do believe.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you were like,
Here it
you got
is.
some weird. We
Here
talked
it
about
is.
this before, you and I.
You are related
my
to
dad.
Mr.
Yeah.
Murray.
All the Murrays, not just
All the
all
Murrays.
the Murrays, all 9 of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's
So crazy.
a lot of fuxing going on in the Murray
Well,
family.
yeah, Midwest Catholic. There's not a lot.
Not a lot to do.
Yeah, a lot
It's
of praying.
cold. A lot of praying.
No, my dad's first cousin.
Missionary.
Your dad's first cousin.
First cousins are the Murrays. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Murray.
So I think if I remember right, like I think they all grew up around each other. And
You told
Haven't
me a
sent
funny
him
story when he
displays.
was on the roof or something.
yeah, there's a picture somewhere of it's a photograph. It was, and this had been 80 or 81 or something like that. And our garage had it's a regular garage, but then there's like a roof like this tall.
Yeah.
That was a little storage area that kind of got built off of it. And there's a picture of him and me and my sister and 2 cousins. And just, he's up there with us, just standing there. And he's just and just, little kids like this big, just, whatever. We're just, just doing whatever. And, but I think he was in town. I want to say because my great grandma, must have been his grandma, was in a nursing home in the town, was visiting, if I remember right. I'm not sure the story. But yeah, I have a few pictures. A lot of people want that one time of meeting, at least Bill.
I got to
Yeah.
meet Bill once.
Yeah.
It was really funny. It was at the Beacon Theater in New York City for a benefit concert, and he was one of the hosts. And I didn't even think the weather was that bad or whatnot, but I'm not paying attention. It's dress rehearsal at Beacon Theater, and I'm watching the concert, and it was somebody big. It was like Sheryl Crow, Robert Plant, like doing their dress rehearsal.
I hope Robert Plant.
We're sitting there. Well, no, I
Hey, Sheryl Crow's, I mean.
well, no, I
She's
met. I know I
okay.
met Robert that night, which
Okay.
was the coolest, like Wayne's World
I'm just
moment.
saying.
Like I'm not worthy kind
Yeah.
of moment. Whoever it was that was sitting there, and all of a sudden I just feel this hand on my shoulder. I'm like,
Oh.
and I look up, and it's Bill Murray.
Bill
And I'm
fucking
like,
He does that.
oh
dude.
my God. And he looks at me, he goes, yeah, I think it's supposed to be snowing a bunch tonight. You look like a strapping young lad. You gonna shovel tomorrow? You gonna shovel? And I'm like, if it's for you, Mr. Murray, 100%, I'm gonna shovel whatever you need. Let's go. You shoveling shit or snow? I don't care. I'm gonna
Either
do
way.
It was. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it before. He is just his own aura. He's walking around stage with a house band with all these amazing musicians, walking past the drum set, just like hitting a hi-hat or cymbal, be like, sounds good.
Nice.
Picks up Mavis Staple, this little 4'10" soul singer. You know Mavis
Staple
Staple.
Sisters, yeah.
Mhm.
Picks her up, swings her around,
Oh,
and she's like she's an older like soul singer. And
How tall is she?
gospel.
oh, like
soul.
4'10".
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
they don't like
she's
to
on
get
the,
picked
uh,
up when they're that
But
small.
it's Bill Murray, and he's spinning her
Well,
around.
they don't like that, but
No,
because
she
he's
was
Bill
laughing.
Murray,
She was
about
like,
it.
she had a blast. She had a blast.
They're like anybody else.
Yeah. But it says you, Mr. Murray.
I'll
yeah.
stab him.
Yeah,
He's-
I've never met him as
just
like
never-
an adult. Like I met him like when I was 21. I think at my
Really?
grandparents' 50th, and then
He just doesn't turn off.
I think the last one was a FaceTime call. My grandma turned 90, and he was at the party, and I was down here. I didn't go back. For some reason, just couldn't get out of work or whatever. And
That's
yeah,
crazy. though.
phones getting passed around from person to person. My sister's like, "Here, say hi." Oh, hey, Bill, what's up? Yeah, I had a
That's
bigger,
fucking
giant
cool.
beard at the time, and
You had a
You
giant beard?
oh yeah, oh
You
yeah,
did?
I had a 9-monther. It was down to like here, yeah.
Hunter.
No,
Yeah.
what
That's the size
what
of
would
a
surprise
baby.
me a lot more though, Tony, is if you were like, yeah, I had dreadlocks. Fucking.
I mean, I had hair down to my shoulders when I graduated high school, And then I
I've
started
always
finding
known
it
you
in my
as a short-haired
started
man.
finding it in my
Short-haired
hands in the
is
shower
nice.
every morning.
He
Like,
didn't
yeah, that's
have
done.
any.
No more of that
He
shit.
never. He
I
didn't.
thought mine was gone for sure. I thought it was all going.
But if you
Go
can
my
grow
little
it
side.
south, might as well. I would.
Yeah.
Beard it up.
Whoa!
There's somebody there
Whoa!
for you.
Whoa!
Yeah, grow that.
It was all to win a bet.
Grizzly.
Yeah, it was.
Hang on, show that.
Grizzly.
Oh, that's a bike. There, look. He got a beard.
That's a big.
That was
beard.
just
Are you
after.
single?
What's that? Now I am. Yeah.
Ladies, fellas,
I was gonna say, wait a second.
fellas, ladies,
You show
look at that
You
beard.
show that to 801.
He can grow
he's a
it.
bear.
Yeah.
You put
That-
that chin
oh, yeah.
on notice.
That was all to win. That was all to win a bet. A buddy of mine, John, apparently had a problem with getting drunk and buying shit off Amazon, and then surprising himself with the gifts that would show up. And he
The
had
shirt.
he had
The
a
shirt,
4-pack
yeah.
of beard oil that just showed up at his place one day, and he didn't have a beard. So he challenged 3 of us to a beard growing contest, and he gave us each one of the. They were all different ones. The kind that kind of like matched what he thought our personas were. I think mine was like,
Oh wow.
mine was whatever rough outdoorsman kind.
I say
like
do
that.
it again.
But so it was all right. This was all just bragging rights. No, that was all the bet was, like who could go the longest. And so 4 of us did it. The guy that challenged us, he and his wife had bought a boat up in Georgia, this trawler, and he had to drive it down from Georgia to here 4 or 5 knots, something like that, the whole way down, just slogging
Oh my
all the
God.
way down. Yeah.
12 hours.
And he had spent so much time in the engine room that one of the engines crapped out immediately, trying to fix it, that he could not get the diesel smell out of his beard. So he shaved it like as soon as he goes, like, I'm out. I can't deal with this fucking smell anymore. And then somebody else was out quick, and then me and it was Too Tall Tony.
Oh, yeah.
my
from Fury.
doppelganger.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
My
it was-
doppelganger.
God, you pop for
Too
something
Tall
you
had
didn't
a
do.
Too Tall had a big one too, and he and I were neck and neck, like had different society.
You know about that,
He was like,
right?
yeah, we're like my eyeballs to his neck. Yeah, and then I think Fury made him shave it or something like that. So I managed to.
Well, I'm pretty
What
sure
are they?
that
I kept
dude,
it for so long
What are
because
they?
I
The
had
New York Yankees?
I had blonde in my hair. Like I hadn't had blonde in so long. I finally had color in my beard and.
At least you got a chin. That's
I
good.
I hide it now.
You got a chin.
You remember when I shaved my beard by accident?
No.
I think I remember that.
New Year's Eve?
I think I remember.
Oh, it was
yeah.
the worst
I
thing.
don't know. When
It was the worst.
We were
thing.
trimming it and
Oh,
then
sorry.
slit and like, nah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was.
Oh, I've
so
been
this
there.
is New Year's Eve. I come back from work. I'm like, all right, we're going to dinner, like this nice dinner,
Oh, no.
a bunch of people,
Huh.
and I don't think I've not had some sort of beard, or whether it be short, or long, or whatever, in it's probably 15 years. And somebody comes to the door to talk to me, and I open the door. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm like about to get in the shower. I'm like, doing my thing. I forget I took the fucking guard off to start trimming, lining myself up. And I go like this to trim, and I go straight from here all the way through here. Goatee
didn't
gone,
know- you didn't know
mustache
Were you
gone,
using your
beard
eyeballs?
Do you know a half a second in that, okay, that's too close?
Especially usually
dude,
gets a little grabby.
I
It
don't.
hurts.
Yeah.
I was rushing.
That's on you,
I was
Brad.
rushed.
That
Yeah.
is on you.
Call
I
it
thought with
what
the
you want.
doorknob you
Nobody
look
is
and like,
gonna come
like
to
you're
Dude,
gonna
it was
fucking help on
it
that.
was so bad, and I had to shave the whole thing. Sean was there; he saw it. I was so angry. I was miserable the entire night. I looked like a
Good.
12-year-old
You deserve
child.
that.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention who came to the door. I blame him. I blame him inherently
to this day.
to
Two Tans
this
Ham?
day. No, because I blame him on
Which I gave him that nickname.
What's that?
Two Tans Ham?
Two Tans Ham.
2 Tans. Oh yeah.
And Too Tall Tony.
Well,
Too
Too
I
Tall.
gave that nickname.
Too
So that's
Tall's
when
my
we were talking
doppelganger.
about Tony
Yeah,
Bag of
different
Donuts.
nicknames. Yeah.
I was like,
You don't
I
get
don't
the-
remember ever coming up with that for him, but I remember loving it so much because I was like, he doesn't look like he's ever eaten a donut in his life because he looks like 140-pound,
Easy.
like
162 and a
slender.
half.
But like,
I might have been lighter at the time.
yeah, but
And
how
those-
tall are you?
6.
5'10"?
Those zippy breads aren't helping.
I'm 6 even. Like a shade
6.
over. Yeah.
All right, 6 even. At 160?
5'11" and a
So when
half.
people said
No, I said 6.
No,
Tony
I'm
Bag of
kidding.
Donuts, I'm like, it's got to be comical because he doesn't look like he's ever touched a donut in his life.
Yeah.
But-
It's just because I don't like sweets.
but he loves them. He eats. He loves them. But Two-Tan Sam is just because he's the most ambiguous looking person I've ever seen in my life, and he happens to be very dark. So I go, "Oh, your name's Sam. I'm going to call you Two-Tan Sam." And it's a great nickname, and everybody calls him that
Play
now.
on the
Two-Tan
cereal. Yeah, the cereal.
And you're not hurting anybody's feelings, and I'm good.
You're still
And Too Tall Tony,
I still
who
think
happens
you're
to be-
so you're 3 for 3 on giving out nicknames.
pretty good. I got a couple other ones.
they might not be as appropriate.
We'll save
I'm
those
sure.
to the next one. I love you, buddy.
Dude, thanks for coming to do it with us.
Thanks for having me. It was
So, Spelling Bee Monday nights.
fun. Monday, drunk spelling bee at Mary Ellen's 9:00. Tuesday, trivia 6:30.
If you want to get some insider tips for trivia, just come to Bearded Lady before on
noon
Tuesday.
on Tuesday.
And you're gonna go win all the prizes.
You're gonna hear him
because
just
you're gonna
talking
hang
to
out.
us.
You're gonna hear me and some friends talking shit, but you're gonna be disqualified as well. So
We
yeah,
could also come up with some songs for it. So
you'll hear some new Florida, not Florida ones for sure.
Oh, there's
Way to go on the
plenty of
Florida,
them.
not Florida.
Thank you.
way to-
I
way to
did
I
my
lost
best.
count. I felt
Prove your
bad.
heritage.
I
I
just
I
really
think he was down
think-
I got
two.
distracted.
So
I
let's
don't
be
know.
honest. Everything could have been Florida on that one.
Oh yeah, that's the beauty. Of the,
That's
that's
the
the ambiguity of the game.
I was like, is there snow? Even then, this year,
Yeah.
that could have been fucking.
Could have been Florida, Pensacola.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Thanks, guys. That was
Monday,
fun.
Drunk Spelling Bee at Mary Ellen's.
Yeah.
Tuesday, we'll just call it Drunk Trivia.
Just call it
because
trivia.
that's what
yeah.
it is.
That's I start drinking early too.
Sweet.
Steve,
Well,
I can
thanks
get
for
down.
coming
Thanks,
out and
guys.
hanging, bud.
That was fun.
Absolutely. Fucking wonderful.
I'm really bad. I'm really good at bad handshakes.